Hello, my arch of chaos, King of the Night, Vincent Valentine EX, start with another Final Fantasy segment, and we're trying to finish off as 15 as much as possible before the game's life ends. So, we're going to be talking about Versteal. You know, the hidden superpowers of Versteal, Chief Scientist Versteal Besithia. I think I said it right, or I must have butchered it, but anyways, let's talk about one of his superpowers. The one superpower that comes to mind well, because of his genius. After all, Versteal is the ultimate scientist. He's pretty much Final Fantasy XV's equivalent of Professor Hojo. So he knows how to mess with genetics, meaning that one of his things, he could clone young human versions of himself. Such as when you see those humans in the test tube, Prompto was actually one of them all along, except Prompto was more bio-organic, meaning that Prompto started off as an infant. So, pretty much, even though Versteal will never say it, Prompto was the best thing that Versteal has ever created, ever. You know, and he was able to make one of them bio-organic, making one grow from a baby to an adult. So, that's one of his superpowers. His other superpowers is, just like Ravis, he can actually keep his human form while going demon, as you see the purple stuff growing out of his face. As well as other things such as plasmatic transfer. Now, if you don't know what plasmatic transfer is, it's pretty much where anything Versteal has created, such as Magitech, anything dealing with Magitech, Versteal can actually transfer his consciousness into any of his Magitech. Any and all of his Magitech. Any and all of his Magitech. So that means that Versteal can pretty much transfer his stuff to any of the biggest weapons he has. It could even be possible he can actually go into General Glocka's body if he wanted to and control it and make Glocka stronger and under control. If he really wanted to. He could probably even do, the scary part, he could even do that to Diamond Weapon, since he modified Diamond Weapon. He found pieces of Diamond Weapon and modified it to a Star Scourge Demon from that one round island, like I said in my theory. Not to mention, he actually has weapons where he can completely transfer all his essence and his mind and everything and his power too. Such as that one ape thing, that one metal ape thing you defeat in the shack. I forgot what it's called. Oh, Barbarous. Yeah, Barbarous. The two Magitech, the two Magitech beings that Versteal has complete control over, where you can put all in, is Barbaros, and that's the ape that you fight, and then Immortalis. Now, Immortalis is also another superpower he has, because when he's in the form of Immortalis, he's actually pretty strong. He's even stronger than Idolus and Ravis. I know it sounds crazy, but in the form of Immortalis, he's actually stronger than both Idolus and Ravis, in both human base and demon form. That's why when you fight Immortalis, Immortalis is level 99. Now, he's not strong. Of course, he's not going to be stronger than Arden because of Arden's immortality. But Immortalis, there's what's called Immortalis. This is pretty much what is dubbed by Versteal himself, the God Killer. And I don't mean this like, it's not called the God Killer, but that's what type of machine it is. This is the weapon that can kill Astrals, Lucius Kylium Kings, and even overthrow Emperor Idolus. Of course, Versteal would never do that because Versteal is loyal to Idolus and Arden. You know, considering the relationship with Idolus and Versteal, they understand each other, so he would never betray him. But I'm just saying he has the power to overthrow Idolus in the form of Immortalis. So, you can't really say Prompto's a weak character, considering he defeated a weapon that's stronger than both Idolus and Ravis put together. And for a good reason. Once Immortalis can actually charge up an entire beam using those cylinders, it pretty much could blast an astral into billions of pieces, such as powers like incineration. And you don't even have to do just incineration. Just one beam alone one of the small beams alone could incinerate a small piece. You know, remember when Aranea has said that this maniac is taking biological warfare to the next level? She was right. This thing could wipe out insomnia. This thing is dangerous. When when Versteal is in the form of Immortalis, you gotta be on high alert. The best thing you could do to destroy that weapon is destroy all the cylinders before the cylinders got time to charge. But it is pretty much the strongest form. This is stronger than Diamond Weapon, according to Versteal's, paperwork and stuff like that in RNA discovering the paperwork for Immortalis. It's even stronger than Diamond Weapon. So, again, you can never say Prompto is a weakling, considering the fact that Prompto took out this dangerous weapon that, Chapter 13 Noctis could not beat, unless he had 2 or 3 Astrals attacking Immortalis at the same time. But pretty much Immortalis is the strongest superpower that Versteal has. Once you transfer his consciousness into that thing, you gotta destroy that thing. You just got to. It's dangerous. This is like the most dangerous technology Niflheim has at their disposal. I mean, let's put it this way, if King Regis knew that they were working on this, the war would have begun sooner than what's on Kingslave. The war would have begun sooner than it would be, because King Regis would see how dangerous this thing is. That's why I'm talking like this, because it is a dangerous weapon. We want to talk about weapons of mass destruction. That is a weapon of mass destruction right there. I mean, let's be honest, that Immortalis could not be a real weapon. Because if it was, and some country had it, we would go in there and mess them up for that stuff. Like, seriously, though. In all seriousness, though, that is the most dangerous superpower that Versteal actually has, is Immortalis. He could clone himself and make Prompto clones, even redefine genetics. Remember, Versteal is the one who worked on Ravis's body after Kingslave. Even though Ravis only lost an arm, Ravis got new legs and a Magitech arm. This is the man who actually made Ravis a little bit. So, Versteal is nothing to play with. He's the most dangerous member of the Niflheim Empire, because he can transform himself to any of the weapons he makes. And Immortalis, the god-killing weapon, yeah. Pretty much you want to get rid of him as fast as you could. So this has been the hidden powers of Chief Scientist Versteal Besithia, Prompto's father, and Chief Scientist of the Niflheim Empire. And may the crystal be with you. Also, I'm going to do my other 2 videos next day, so, but may the crystal be with you.